Leo, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Leo sun, moon, and rising sign. I always create an extended reading that I hope you'll join me for. That link is below, or you can join me for my Unbound membership. And for that membership, you get unlimited access to all the extended readings for the life of your membership, plus all the perks of being a member on this channel. So consider it. Remember that Leo videos come out every single Friday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. If you want to join me for live daily tarot card readings, I do Monday through Friday live chat daily tarot card readings on my second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation. I'll attach the link right above. We're going to start out with the astrology, Leo, and then we're going to get into the cards. And of course, the card reading is always for you. It's timeless. But this astrology is not. So at least you'll have a starting point as to when the energy began. So the predominant energy next week for you guys, the sun is still in Gemini. So this is really still about friendship and communication and maybe even learning through getting to know others, really being fascinated by other people and having that as a source for learning or growth and expansion for you. But next week there is a challenging, it's not a horrible aspect, but it's kind of a frustrating aspect to Pluto, which is going to bring in a lot of power struggles and dynamic changes. And it can bring up a lot of things from the past or ways that you suffer, ways that you have suffered. Now, why do I say this? The sun is also sextile to Chiron. Now, sextile to Chiron is actually really great. It means that you can learn through experience, that your ego has been dismantled before and that you've been built up stronger. It's how you help others heal by having figured out how to heal yourself. You're really being empowered by your different kind of challenges and different kind of strengths. And so with this unfavorable aspect to Pluto, but it's not a direct opposition. It's weaker than that. So what does that mean? It means that you'll just be challenged, or that a lot of these challenges from the past you'll have to review or go through again. Mercury is not in retrograde anymore, but a lot of times its shadow period can be worse. And I feel like you'll be regurgitating a lot of this stuff, but it's because, and think of that sextile to Chiron, because you now have the faculties to be able to do it. It's not so much like it's coming up for the reason, which is really Pluto's ultimate goal: clean out the past, make you stronger, and set you up for a rebirth. So this is a time when the challenges that come up now are because you're ready. You know, that's what that sextile to Chiron is. You're ready, and you're ready to pick off each one of these challenging aspects. They will be personal. You know, Pluto usually works internal. So any kind of feelings of insecurity that you've had, or feelings of being unlovable or unloved, any kind of stuff that has kind of stressed you out or plagued you, you're now ready to look at it and match it and kind of do away with it by facing it. It's almost like you're the David and you're willing to face the Goliath. Because you really are. You have the abilities, you have the resources, you know how to deal with these situations now. Going into the week afterward, there's more challenging aspects because there's a square to Neptune, but that doesn't start to the very end of this week that we're talking about, this energy week that we're talking about right now. That can be more difficult in terms of the way that you see yourself, or being more susceptible to being taken advantage of, being bamboozled, being punked. But you're also, I think at that point, trying to Saturn, which means you'll be able to see it, which means a lot more for you, Leo. You'll be able to see you'll have the sound mind enough to see exactly who is willing to treat you this way. So you definitely want to trust your intuition there, because they'll make themselves very clear to you. And thank God you had that trying to Saturn, or else it could be a lot more difficult. But that is a really stabilizing energy where you kind of like know yourself, you're certain of yourself, or you're certain of the way that things are right. And when it's divergent from that, you're going to be able to see, oh, red flag. But it's almost like it's almost like you're using yourself as bait, but you're doing it intentionally to suss out the rats. That's kind of what it is. But that's like the week after. This coming week is really pretty straightforward, and the challenges that are coming up, you will be ready to face. So let's get into the cards. Leo. That's a lot. And based on the astrology, I'm really not surprised, because there's a lot coming in from the past here. Oh boy. Which isn't necessarily oh boy, because we have sweet results await, which is your energy. And the busy bee gets, you've been working on this. You've been working on your optimism. You've been also working on learning how to use your resources, or see yourself in a different way. And see your, like, not allow yourself to call yourself ugly. To see somebody or yourself in a different way, and learn how to work with those parts of yourself that may not be your favorite parts, but they are parts of you. And owning them means total love for yourself. This is really important. This is also finding resources where other people may not. Like recognizing or realizing the value, or maybe somebody finally realizing the value in you where others did not. But I feel like this is you and your hard work, the hard work you've done on your personal image, and realizing it goes a hell of a lot deeper than how things look, because there's importance beyond just the exterior. And then we have, and that actually is you reclaiming your power, because it's not about an ego move anymore. It's about, that will allow you to clear your head and really get, like, come to Jesus moment, get real about what's really important. Co-create with spirit. This is a very magical and powerful energy. It's also plutonic. And claim your independence. So this could be, you finally have the authority to be able to make a decision to move forward in your life. You finally have the courage to be able to move forward in your life. You're basically telling somebody no, or something is about to end in that some sort of partnership is about to end. Nothing is wasted. It's really interesting. Okay, hold on. We have all the way back here. Let it shine. This is Scorpionic energy. Something came out. A word came out. I don't know. Information came out. You were finally able to spot something. See it. Realize it. Recognize it. Or, rise. Rise from your ashes. And then we have overcome any obstacle. That's what you did, especially financial. And then we have dream the world into being, looking toward your future or financial decisions you were making. And then act as if. I feel in some ways you felt like an imposter, but you shouldn't have. Because nobody really knows everything about the path that they're walking on. And nobody's always completely prepared. There seems to be a little falsehood in what somebody's telling you or what you're telling somebody. But it's not actually false, because the truth is you are more prepared. Maybe you're just not giving yourself that credit. Overcoming obstacles to a circumstance or opportunity that maybe was held on the back burner for a while. Hold on. And then we have be at home, stay close to home. That's actually a good suggestion in this energy. And then we have the miracles are endless, and trust in divine detours. That seems to be that you really loved your home. You really loved where you came from, and something had to change, and you were just trying to adjust to that. Or you got out of your comfort zone, and you found that there was a lot of that there was actually a lot of abundance in this. You could be dealing with a Taurus, especially a Taurus at your house. If this is it, this could be something like a breakup or a dynamic change in your relationship, or to your relationship, or somebody finally coming clean, or making the statement, or making a decision, making something official. And then we have clear out the clutter, which is Cancerian energy, clearing out your home, getting rid of all the excess emotional baggage. This is Cancerian energy, especially. This could be clearing out space for a parent to come live with you, or clearing out space just to like get rid of all the stuff that you didn't get rid of from your childhood. Maybe you've held on to it too long, realizing that there's just stuff that you don't need anymore. And then a rebirth is assured. So that's where you are right now. This is a long path, but we end up where we are now. And where we are now is definitely starting from this scorpionic energy where, yeah, something awakened in you. It probably caused a lot of shifts and changes. It was probably something you didn't want somebody to see or know, but it came out and you had to deal with it. It was the only way you could move forward if you dealt with it. Definitely has something to do with the 4th house, doing this work or doing this work on yourself from your home, or it had direct relationship to your family, figuring out how to move on, maybe without a resource that you've had in the past. The miracles are endless. This is abundance and prosperity coming in ways that you didn't expect, or help coming in forms that you didn't expect, maybe because you had to change, or there could have been a dynamic change within your family. Clear out the clutter, like I said, making space for somebody, or just getting rid of the old crap that you could see. If you weren't forced into this situation, that you had to take the turn, you would have never seen it. You would have never, you would have just let the shit continue to accumulate. But now that it was on the table, you had to do something about it. But you needed to in order to sort of move to the next level in your life. And then we have sweet results await and nothing is wasted. I feel like you're using something, a resource especially from the past, or all the shit that you had to go through, including a near breakup with somebody, which is potential, that you had to go through this to get to a higher understanding of who they are, of who you are, where you are in life right now, or of your purpose in general. This is also working really, really hard with somebody on philanthropic issues, or like taking care of other people, working really hard, and maybe having to use resources in order to do that, being good, being kind for no reason other than it's the right thing to do, and dedicating and devoting a lot of service to that. Co-create with spirit and claim your independence. This is more powerful energy. This is a sense of, I don't know, it's like your values have changed. That your values were the ones that were holding you back and keeping you down. And with the change of those value systems and starting to respect and appreciate maybe things that you never saw before, or things that you never paid much attention to before, this is you really coming out of your shell and seeing an opportunity that's there in front of you, that seeing actually the fun that's potentially there. I think you've been manifesting something and you're about to get that sort of magic made tangible. That's what it really looks like to me. There's something coming to you that you worked really hard for. It may seem like magic when you receive it, Leo, but it's not. It's actually something that you manifested over a long period of time, and now it's arriving. You've been creating this with spirit for a long time, and it's going to allow you to cut ties to this past or worries, any kind of worries or stress that you have. You'll be able to move away from it and move on from it. Oh God. What or who is this about? Chop wood, it's about work. And less specifically, a broomstick reminds you of somebody. I don't mean that they're a witch either. Could also be maternal energy. But chopped wood has got to do with work. Maybe you work with wood, or just the job that you do. It's almost like decompression from identifying yourself as what you do for so much of your life. And the reinvention of who you are is almost, you're changing your work, or you're changing what you do for work, or your career, or how important it is to you. It's something here, but now it's not like you're going through the transition now. You're ready. You're kind of really happy to be in this situation again. There's a preparedness here that I don't think you would have had before. Okay. Leo. Prosperity lies ahead when it comes to work. What is that? And when it comes to, it's almost like you're able to clean something up. Whatever messes or craziness was here, you're able to clean it up. This is Taurus moon. We got Taurus here. Maybe there was a change sometimes around Taurus season. But I really just think that you're getting a new chance. There's some sort of financial liberation that's happened to you. I don't know what that is. That could be freedom from a debt or just more resources coming in so that you're finally, the prosperity is there for you. I don't feel like this is a lottery win. I feel like this is, you've worked on it. That's what the cards are saying. And maybe you hadn't had a breakthrough yet. You weren't going to have a breakthrough with the Mercury. Mercury retrograde was extremely intense, especially since it's been trying to Pluto retrograde for so long. It just makes it even more intense and exacerbates all the energy that's coming from it. So Mercury goes direct now. By the end of this week, there's definitely a change in the tides for you, Leo. Especially where it comes to finances and resources surrounding your work. So let's get more details. Leo. Thank God. Okay, let's go. There's a lot here. Well, we have independence. Okay, we have caution. Proceed with caution. Go slow. Go one step at a time. Or there's been a lot that you have to do, or have you checked all the, like, don't rush into something. Be sure that you have checked everything very carefully, Leo. This is really important, especially where it comes to work. And also, like, you will be judged pretty critically as well. This is going to bring up a lot of things that you feel about yourself, a lot of insecurity. So it may be through this job process or this work changing process that a lot of these deep things inside of you start to come up, where you just aren't feeling good enough about yourself, and you feel like a lot of people are criticizing you. The wisdom in that comes from realizing they criticize you because of who they are, not because of who you are. This is also about going before a council, being judged, going before a panel. It's just going to get harder and harder as it goes along, and it's going to bring out a lot of insecurities about you. But each insecurity you face will actually make you stronger and impress them a lot more. I don't know what this is. Hold on. This is a newer deck for me. I know I say that to you a lot, but I definitely want to. Oh. Structures built over thousands of years are being dismantled. It is necessary for human enlightenment. Earth has watchers on standby to assist. Your mission is to be more aware of your own awakening so that you may actively participate in the ongoing collective reconstruction. Your awareness of your self-worth is going to be mirrored in something that's going on outside of you, including maybe a business is trying to recruit you, an industry that needs your opinions. In other words, they're just as messed up as you are. They don't know so much more. So the only reason why you'd be so impressed by these people is because you're not impressed by yourself. This isn't a bad counsel. This is a sense of they reflect the changes in you. Like, you're both as lost as each other. This could be a great partnership as long as you look at it from that perspective, not as the perspective of, because there's more of them, they're so amazing, and I'm just me over here all by myself. You are not by yourself. But you will be judged somehow critically this week. Yes, that's Pluto. Every decision you make concerning religion, education, health, politics, and choice of alliances defines you. Law of attraction prevails. Old ways of being will need to be emotionally cleared to embrace your true identity. You will then be with others who reflect higher beliefs, embrace rather than divide, and live in unity rather than in conflict to accelerate the process. You're finding actually a team that makes you feel whole, that makes you feel complete. Finally, and honestly, I feel like you tried to make this work on multiple occasions, but you couldn't. It's because you weren't dealing with the right people. When you're dealing with the right people, things really just click into place. And you can show them your imperfections, and they're still going to believe in you because they see their imperfections in you, and vice versa. It's like a shared experience. They're shared challenges. So just watch how strict you are, and watch how critical you are of them. And watch how you make those judgments, because you want to stay away from making too harsh and critical judgments that's going to put you at odds with them, because really they are on your side. They're just as lost as you are. So like, pause with the criticalness and see, why am I being so critical? I think that's really important. Hold on. No, we have the Taurus. What are we doing? Angel card. This has got a lot to do with some sort of work, and definitely a breakthrough and prosperity. Self-confidence through God confidence. This is really good for this kind of energy where your self-esteem might be a little bit compromised, Leo, but you also have important things that you have to do. So how do you deal with that kind of challenge, right? Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. So it's almost like take yourself out of the equation and realize that you're here for a divine purpose, or that it's almost like fall back on your faith right now, because it will help you. Self-confidence through God confidence. Believe me, you wouldn't be brought to these challenges. You wouldn't have been brought to this room. You wouldn't have made it this far if you weren't ready. You are absolutely ready to be here, and it's important that you keep reminding yourself that you are ready for this challenge. Hold on, we're going to go into the extended. I hope you guys join me.